Good day and welcome to our explanation of how to create a heat map of all of the different words you have in a particular document. And when I say a heat map, we're actually going to create a word cloud, and I'll explain the background. So we had an executive that we were working with who wanted to be able to look at their Word document, really could be any document or web page really, and they wanted to pull out all of the commonly used words and have them scaled in size. In other words, a font to get larger the more times those words were used. So we did a little bit of research and played around, did some testing, and found a very nice little app that bolts into Word for free. And I mean actually free, not kind of free. And let's show that to you now. So here's a document that we have that is just a simple access to information request. We were filling out for somebody completely unrelated. But the point is, this is a document that we wanted to do this test on. So what you can do is simply go to your Insert menu and go to Get Add-ins. Now this assumes you're running a relatively current version of Office, by the way. If you're running Office 2013, this won't be here. If you're running 2016 or above, it will be. So you probably have that. Okay, now what we want to do is just type in the word cloud here. There it is, word cloud, click Add. If you have Microsoft account, as I do, it just works, as you can see at the bottom there. There it is. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select, I could select a smaller range of words. So actually, let's do that. So let's go down here and I will select just this information here. Okay, so I'm not selecting it all. How's that? Right, so we've just got a subset of the information. And now I can click Create Word Cloud on the right here. And there it is. Now, you could just drag this out. And there it is. You're done. It's created a graphic for you and you're on your way. So if that's all you need to do, move on. You can stop listening now. However, let's go through a couple of little quirks and things that you may find confusing. First thing is that you'll notice here that there's a section that says case, intelligent case. So that's uppercase, lowercase, right? So if I say preserve case, right? So it's going to take the word records as an example, and that it will maybe be a capitalized R and lowercase the rest as an example. Let's just do this and you'll see the problems. Okay, so I'll select the same range of text. There we go, and that's enough. And I will change the font from Tank, which is uppercase only, as I mentioned, to Arial, and select Create Word Cloud. And there it is. So you can see that in this case, the word records apparently is the big word here, and it is most often not capitalized. So apparently it's showing here as not capitalized. So that's the first little quirk. The second quirk, and this could be a little bit frustrating for you, is you'll notice at the top here it says right click on the word cloud and save it or copy it. So if you're trying to get this out of here, how do you do that? If you right click on it, you can hear me clicking, nothing happens. So this is from an old version of Office, the instruction from an old version of Office or something like that. You have to click on it and drag it out. And there it is. Okay, let's show you a couple of other little options here. So we'll leave it at the way it is there. We'll change the colors this time to Celebration. And we want it to be larger this time. I want it to be 800 by, we'll make it thinner, 800 by 300. So something, you know, a little different. Oh, right, we have to select the words again. So let's select from here up to, I think we went up to here, something like that. I'll click Create Word Cloud. And you can see it made it thinner, change the size. Another thing you can do here is change the number of words. You think, oh, whatever, dude, like number of words. Okay, let's change it to 20 so you actually get to see what that means. Oh, right, select. There we go. And you can see now there's only 20 words in here, right? And if I put in 200 words as an example, you'll see everything is much smaller and much more crowded. It also takes a little longer. There you go. So it depends on what you want to do. Now, Saved Gallery. Saved Gallery is a feature that ProWriting 8 provides, but it doesn't seem to work. So if I go in here and I do that, and I type in the username and whatever tags I want, and whatever comments I want, right? So there we go. And I click Add to Gallery, it just errors out. I expect it to say, I don't have an account under that name. So for whatever reason, this doesn't work. I don't really care because I've got my graphic. So showing you the colors, the fonts, the number of words, size, so on and so forth. This actually may be interesting to you. Let's go to Higgly Higgledy piggledy. Right, so that's all over the place. You get the idea? Right, and we could change it to mostly vertical as opposed to mostly horizontal. Really depends on what you want to do. So there you go, right? So everything's vertical except a few words. There it is, and you'll see it's wider than the page, but then no problem, I can just resize it. I can also double click on it, and it will bring up the picture format option. So this is a context menu, so when I click off of it, it's not there. When I click on it, it is there, okay? And I can do a few things like change the brightness, okay? I can change the contrast. Get it? Okay, to make a point here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select what we have and delete it. I'm going to do it again. This time I'm going to choose the original dark one, the default here. There we go. Oh, got to select my text again. Sure. So there we go. And I want it to select up to, I don't know, it was somewhere around here. That's close enough. Create the word cloud. And there it is. Now I just drag it out. And as I said, I could resize it. If I click on it, the picture formatting comes up. And one of the options is recolor. And one of the options in recolor is set transparent color. So I can go into here, set transparent. And I can, and I seem to have to do this a few times, by the way. I can't seem to get it right. So yeah, let me just do this again. There we go, and I've got the tool there, I click on it, and boom, that's now a transparent color. Now I realize that looks like hell, but you get the idea of what it's doing, right? It sets it to be a transparent color. Now I could do something kind of neat, like I could put this up into this instructions area, and I could right click on it, and I could select picture, and I could say I want the layout to be behind the text. Right, now that text goes over top of it. That's kind of neat. Now, not particularly useful in this case because it's still too dark, right? But you get the idea that that's kind of a neat thing to do. I could also, once I've got my word art, let me just, and I've got it set, I could also copy it and put it into another piece of software like, say, paint.net or a graphics package. And there it is. And you can see, by the way, the checkerboard is graphics code for transparent. So now I could put things over top of it or behind it. And the point here really isn't the graphics package. The point here is that you can take the graphic and move it wherever you want. So I'm going to undo those changes because it looks terrible with the transparency standard there. But you get the idea. Now, what happens when you're done and you've closed this and you want to get back to it? Well, you really can't. There's no menu item for it. What you have to do is click Insert and My Add-ins, and in here you'll see ones you've recently used, but 6 months from now that may not be there, which means you've got to go to See All, and then find your add-in, and it just comes back. Isn't that wonderful? Okay, except that's still pretty confusing, pretty hard to find. So the easiest thing to do is go to Insert and down to your recently used, right-click on it and select Add to Quick Access Toolbar. Now when I do that, notice in the top here, this is my Quick Access Toolbar. Bingo, there. Now it's always there, and that's really handy, right? So I can get to this. It's just so much faster. Another thing you can do if you want to get rid of it because you don't like it or because it's causing you problems or because you're just done with it and you just don't need the clutter, is again go back from your home menu, just click on Insert, edit, My Add-ins, you can click here and select Remove and it will dump it. So Gonzo. There we go. And now the graphic that I built is still here, but the tool that built it is gone, which is just fine. So that's about that. If you have any questions or concerns, please get a hold of us at www.urtech.ca. Thank you.